today we are going to be doing an introduction to early learning and childcare for next year. So I'm going to chat a bit about that, and whilst we're doing that, we're going to be making Play-Doh today. So I'm just starting off with a bowl. I've set my scales to 0 and I'm adding in 100 grams of plain flour. This is going straight into the bowl, and with that I'm going to add in 25 grams of table salt and then set that aside. So one reason why Play-Doh is really a good choice of game to play in a nursery is because all the ingredients that's added into Play-Doh are non-toxic. It's used food ingredients to make it, although it won't taste very nice. If it was eaten, you wouldn't be unwell if you did, if a young child did eat a bit of it. And that is why it's safe in nurseries. So once I've set that aside into a jug, I have got 60 mils of water, and then to add to that I'm going to add in 15 mils of oil, and it doesn't matter what kind of oil you've got. I've just got olive oil here, so it could be vegetable oil. 15 mils into the water, and then you're going to add in your food colouring. I tend to find that the gel food colourings take better colour whenever you're making, even if you want to colour a sponge cake or icing, I tend to find that gel works better. So this is what I've used, is food colour gel in pink. Add a couple of drops, and obviously the more you use, the deeper the colour. The less you use, the paler it will be. When Play-Doh was first invented, as Play-Doh, like you would play with children, you could only get white. So it was all manufactured white, and then after a couple of years, they then started to bring out blues and primary colours. Before now you can get every colour. So I'm just making a well in the centre of the flour and the salt, to then gradually add in the mixture that I've got in my jug of the oil, water and the food colouring. Tend to find that using a knife makes this a bit easier for bringing the dough all together. And this could take just a couple of minutes to add in all the liquid. Now remember, when you add in liquid to things, you are not able to take the liquid out. So by adding things gradually, you might need more or less than other people. So if you do it gradually, you'll be able to see when the dough starts to come together. And if you've got a little bit left, then you don't have to add that liquid in. If you add too much liquid, then you can add additional flour to make it less sticky and bring it back to that dough consistency that we're looking for. Play-Doh was originally made not as a game for children, but it was originally invented to be a wallpaper cleaner. And it wasn't until one day a teacher had taken it into school to make clay models with the class that it became a known game for children to use. So now rolling up my sleeves, ready to roll out my Play-Doh. Now what I'm doing is I'm just adding some flour to the unit first of all, so that I can knead the dough into the right consistency that I would like. So a little bit of flour on your table first of all, and then after that you won't need any. So all I'm doing is kneading that in my hands to get rid of all the stickiness, and I'm pushing with the palm of my hand down onto the table so that I'm incorporating any flour to get rid of any of the stickiness. So not only is making Play-Doh beneficial for young children, because they're getting to see almost like a science experiment of bringing the liquid and the solids together to bring a dough, but it also develops fine motor skills by working with the dough. Now what I've done here is, just for example, if you were making one bit of Play-Doh and you've left it white by not adding the food colouring into the water, you could make it white and then split it up into sections and do what I've just done here, where I've added a little bit of the food colouring to the dough itself once it is made rather than beforehand. This would give you a deeper colour if you wanted just to do the same colour as you've done previously, or if you hadn't added colour, you could then separate your bits of Play-Doh and use different colours for each bit of Play-Doh to make different colours. So playing with Play-Doh, once it's made, that's you can start playing and making whatever it is you'd like to make. And this is a bit that is calming for children. It encourages their creativity. It enhances their hand-eye coordination. It also supports their literacy and numeracy skills because they can be given tasks, like I'm doing just now, to create letters or numbers. Promotes playtime, which is necessary because it improves their social skills, even sharing, all these skills that you don't realise that you've learned through playing. Now I mentioned that it was good for fine motor skills, so that is whilst we are rolling or poking or squishing the Play-Doh, it helps children develop their strength in their muscles in their fingers and their hands. So it improves their physical development as well as helping them be calm, share, and have fun whilst they're doing it. And this is something that we learn about in S3 Early Learning and Childcare. Make sure you send us in a photo of what you've done.